Hello everyone, this is Mike. This is Codika School for Kids and Teens, and in this video I can show you how to simply create a block, and if you if you interact with that block every time, that block will change the color. So here we go, let's go. I assume guys you have Roblox Studio. If not, just go to the official Roblox website, roblox.com, and then just log in or create a new account and then go to create section, and then you get a new installation file, Roblox Studio. Just log in and then you can use. So this is basically our games that we're making with our students, and in one of these games we actually use that cool functionality. Every time that you interact with some block, that block will change color automatically. So every time, so like touch or like jump or like walk on it, so every time will be changed. I can show you now how to do that. It's pretty simple. Just before we go, subscribe to our channel and give us magic symbol thumbs up. We're gonna go to base plate on the top left corner. So the base plate has nothing except the spawn location, and which is good, but I can show you how to create a simple block. We can go to this section, it's called part. We can click on the like triangle underneath and we can select block option. So this block option has tiny size at the beginning, but we can click a scale option and we can resize it. So just simply drag and drop these things and we can make like a tiny block, like a stair block, and we can enhance this block with additional script. All right, so now I think we're good with that. If you don't like my size, just adjust it, so it's up to you. My goal is just to give you idea, but your goal is to customize however you wish, okay? So now we should be good. The next one, we have to add a script to that block. So on my right side, you can see Explorer window. That is pretty much standard approach how to customize your project, how to add a new script. But if you don't see on your side, just go to view section, so it's on the top left corner, and then select the option. It's called Explorer window. You see I'm clicking and then the window appears. So I assume you have the Explorer window. So workspace should be open at this time. Do you see I'm clicking on the workspace triangle, and then I'm selecting my part. So option number 1, you can select the part from the Explorer window. Option number 2, you can select the block itself, like over here by your mouse. And then now if you can hover your mouse, you can see that plus appears on the right side. Just click on the tiny plus and you can see a few options. On option number 1, on my side it's script, but on your side could be different one. So if you don't see that script, just like type script on your keyboard, and then you can see a few options. Just select the first option. You can see it's called script, just a regular one, not the local one, not the module, just a regular script. So once you click that, you can see this picture. So print hello world message. This is like the standard, like default message from Roblox Studio to all developers. Simply remove that message by highlighting and pressing delete on your keyboard. Additionally, we have to also keep our project well organized. So that's why you can see the name of that script now is just a script, which is not okay. So I'd like to say it's better to rename that script and give just an appropriate name. So we can click on right mouse, click on your mouse, and we can go to rename section, and then we can just give any name, for example, like touch on by script. You can give any different name, so it's up to you. So just give you freedom of choice. Okay, so I assume we have that part. I assume we have that touch on by script, and basically if you switch between these two things, between the on touch by script and then base plate, so you can switch between the actual script and between your game. So you can just like always double check what's going on. Right, so let's get started with our script. So script will have approximately 15-20 lines of code, depends on your structure, depends on your like spaces between them. But let's get started with the first one. So the first line will be just a comment. So usually in Roblox Studio, comments are not accepted as a code, so it's not considered as a code. It's just like a comment, like a note for you, for developer. So we can just like type 2 dashes. That's going to be just a comment signal, and then reference to the part you want to change the color of. This is done. So this is just a comment, right? Reference to the part you want to change the color of. Press enter. On the next line, line number 2, we don't need to just add any dashes because it's going to be just a script. It's a part of the script. It's not a comment any longer. So we would like to introduce a local variable. The variable name is going to be part. So we have to type local space part, all lowercase. All right. Next one, it needs to be script dot parent. Parent needs to be capital P. All right, so this is going to be line number 2. And I just want to give you extra comment for this line. So we can just say like assumes that the script is a child of this part. So assumes the script is a child of the part. So what does it mean by child? In Roblox Studio, everything is actually structured as like parent and child. For example, if you see on my screen, so part basically is a parent object, but touch on by script is a child one. So this is basically how the Roblox Studio hierarchy works. So parent and child. Okay, so I assume we're good with that. So just thumbs up if you're done. We're gonna go to line number 4. Do you see line number 3 we have space? We're not gonna do anything, any like script on there. Line number 4. Let's make a comment again. So we can just introduce a new function to change the color of the part. So that's going to be a function to change the color of the part, the actual function. We're gonna go press and enter. And now it's time to introduce a new local function. So just like type this local function. All right, so local function. And name of that function will be change lowercase and then color with uppercase C. Change color. So local function change color. Because it's a function always comes with 2 brackets, which is opening and close parentheses. Just do Shift and 9 and you will get it. Press enter. So the next, if you press enter now, you should get this end command automatically. So just like type the next line number 6. So we will introduce a new local variable again. So the new local variable will have name new, lowercase, and color with capital C. That new local color variable will equal to color3. This is just like this object, and then we will use new, like dot new. So color3 dot new. We can open brackets. So inside the brackets, we have to say math, and then dot random. After the first pair of brackets, we have to add comma. All right, so then again, math.random with 2 brackets, again, comma, and one more time, so math.random, 2 brackets at the end, and just like, please double check on your side, so you can see like 2 brackets here, then 2 brackets here, and 2 brackets here, and one more bracket will actually close the entire like dot new line. So that's pretty much done. All right, so we're gonna go to the next one. Next line is gonna be line number 7. So we're gonna type part, which is our like local variable number 2, line number 2 part, and then dot brick color. So brick color is a property which will change the color of that specific block. Which block? Oh, this one. Okay. So part dot brick color equal sign brick color. Again, B and C capital letters, do you see? So brick color dot new. And inside of that brackets, we have to actually pass the variable that we just defined on line number 6. So this is like new color, and the new color will be kind of like random one. So we don't know that next which color will be next, but it's definitely will be some random color. All right. I think we're good with this function. So just right after end command on line number 8, press enter twice, and we're gonna go to line number 10 now. We have to introduce another function which somehow like detect when the player will touch it, will touch the block, and once the function will detect the touch, so basically we will kind of like change color automatically. So that's pretty simple, idea. So once we touch that part, and then change color will happen. Okay. So let's make a comment. If you remember 2 dashes, so it's called like function. It's gonna be just a like note, note for you, for developers, like for ourselves. So function to detect when a player touches touches a part. Right, so this function will detect when the player touches the part. Again, we have to make a local definition, the function definition. So we have to say local function, and name of this function will be on, lowercase, and then touched. Right, local touched. Function, every time I told you that on line number 5, because it's a function comes with brackets, so we have to open brackets. And inside this function, we basically need to provide like one additional argument, which we'll call hit, because we would like to know like when that hit, like when that touch will happen and which one. So like maybe number 1, maybe number 2. So basically we need to track them. We're gonna go to line number 12. And automatically you can see line 13 has end command. So please don't delete that end command. Always double check you still have it, okay? All right, inside this function, we will introduce a new local variable. It's called character. So local character, and then equals to hit.parent. So this local character, so will be like hit.parent. And line number 13, we're going to continue and we're going to make a new local variable. It's called player. So basically it's time to introduce our humanoid, like our player in the game. So let's say, hey Roblox, this is our like player. We would like to introduce it to the game, and this player will actually will be able to touch the block. So local player equal sign game dot players. Please keep in mind it's S at the end. Then 2 vertical dots, we can call them as colon. So colon and then shift and semicolon, you will get that 2 vertical dots. And just guess which one should we go with? It's this one. So basically get player from character. And inside these brackets, we have to pass additional argument. It's called character. So this is technically done. The only two more things. We have to press enter twice, and we gotta go to line number 15. And now it's the basically moment of truth, almost done. So we can say, hey Roblox, can you please check? And because if we check in something, we usually use if statement. So it's condition. So we want to say, hey Roblox, if player actually does this, then press enter. And you guess, my friends, which function should we call, right? If we touch, we have to call this function, right? So simply just copy and paste change color function. Don't forget about brackets at the end, right? So that's really important. All right, so this is the structure. I think this is almost done. The only one thing, we got to go to line number 20. Line 20, we have to finalize that, these 2 functions, like change color and untouch function. So 2 functions will be combined. And we somehow saying a comment. Let's do a comment. So the comment will be connect the untouched function, right? So with like the untouched function to the kind of like touched event of the part. Again, the comments are really useful here, because if you will open this script in like 3-4 months later, you will have no understanding what the script is about. So that's why it's cool and always good idea and good tradition and a good habit to always give your comments to your script. So connect the untouched function to the touched event of the part. And the last line, moment of truth. So we have to say part, not pairs, part dot touched. Then colon, which is 2 vertical dots, and we have to connect this with the untouched function. But do you see here on line 21, I don't have any brackets after untouched. That's the common kind of like mistake. If we just like select untouched automatically, then this function comes with brackets. We need to remove those brackets. Just keep only untouched without any parentheses. Okay, so just give you 15 more seconds to double check, to validate. Please keep in mind we have spaces between those functions, line number 9, and between function and the last connect function, line 19. And I think that should be good. So now it's time to either like go back to our base plate, so you can click by the base plate tab, or just like simply click play, and then your Roblox Studio will kind of activate your script, will activate your project, activate your game, and then look at that. So this is like your spawn location, and then every time that you can just like touch and like interact with this block, the block will actually change the color. So for example, you want to jump, and every time that the block will jump, the block will change the color. All right. So that's pretty much done from my side. Thanks for watching this video. I really hope that was useful for you. If you build any your projects, that's awesome. Just like give me any messages, any questions do you have, do you want to discuss about. But again, if your script doesn't work, just send me your script as a screenshot and as a comments to this video, and I'll try to investigate like what's wrong, and then I'll give you my feedback. Okay, that was Mike from Coding School, coding school for kids and teens. Just like develop your Roblox projects, and because this is just real fun. Thank you, my friends. Goodbye. Have a good one.